What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are gonna have a deep talk between me and my voices of my head. So let's go! Alright, basically, let me get started. When I was a child, I had pretty fucked up dreams and thoughts and shit like that. I was ready to go to a mental hospital, but I never did because I'm fine now. Okay. I'm fine now. I'm fine. I'm fine. But basically, I had weird dreams, which I'm gonna explain to you what those dreams were and what has happened to me in those dreams. Basically, I need 2 books. Okay. And those. Okay, let's do dream 1, then 2, then 3 because I have actually no 4 dreams. So let's start with the first dream where I was just a 5-year-old sleeping in my parents' bed because I was scared of the dark. Average 5-year-old activity. Don't judge me for doing that. So basically I did that. But you know what? I got woken up. Saw my mother was still sleeping. My father was missing. I go to my mother and put up the eyelid a bit up to see her eyes, basically, to see if she's truly sleeping, because I did that. But apparently she had snake eyes. Remember, 5-year-old me didn't know shit about snakes. I only knew the snake that was in Ben 10, which was basically stinkfly. I thought stinkfly was a snake for a bit because it didn't have eyes. I was stupid. Don't judge me. So yeah, got woken up by that, screamed a bit. My mother went ballistic on me. She went, "What are you screaming at?" But in our native language, Romanian. She went, why are you screaming like that? And I was like crying and telling my mom, I had a nightmare. And I didn't sleep that night. I just turned on the TV, watched Smurfs, and that was it. Now, second dream, a bit more weird. We're starting with the lighter dreams, then with the heavy hitters. Second dream was, well, how do I start? Got again woken up in the dream, like a dreaming dream, where I saw a goblin with a puppy, like the puppy in Rick and Morty, like that puppy, like how is Crypto in the Superman movie. And I was like, okay. I didn't know what to say, I was scared. And then I saw the goblin took out a knife out of nowhere. I still remember that he was a fat goblin with hair like Muscle Man. He was basically Muscle Man, even though regular show didn't come out yet. I don't know how that happened. No, I think regular show came out. Wait, let me check the date that regular show came out. It came out in 2010. Okay, oh, my bad. Regular show apparently was out, but not in Romania, because in Romania it came out in 2012, I think, 2 years after. I really have to check. in Romania. Yeah, it was in 2011, not 12. In 2011 was in Romania, and I started watching in 2012. So how would I know who the fuck was Muscle Man at that time? I I wasn't even 5 years old. I was like I was four. I was 4 years old, and I had that dream. Like he took the puppy and slit its belly, took out all the guts and ate it right in front of me. I got again woken up, but this time I didn't scream, didn't do nothing. I just stayed and looked at the door that was there. I even remember the layout of the old bedroom, old house, how it was, and so I need to do a Google drawing basically. So I'm gonna show you how the layout was with uh just paint. Yeah, paint. Right, we are in paint. Let's start with the entrance. This was the entrance to the house. Then it had like this small space which led out to a hallway. This hallway. Let's just do that. Okay, hallway. Here my mother had her stuff. Then yeah, then it was like a corner like this, and then there was my bedroom. Wow. Okay, let's say the door is this yellow shit. Then here was the kitchen. Yeah, I had the kitchen right next to me. It was a really good thing. But when I was hungry, I just went to the kitchen. It was basically this size. Then here was the living room. Yeah, living. The hallway just went on. Yep. Here was the bathroom. Let me just me room. Just yeah. And living, kitchen, and hallway basically. Then down here was my parents' bedroom. It was like this, like a door here. I'm gonna do it black, I don't care. No, let's just do this proper way. The door here. The living room had a door here. Basically, it was right next to my. This was the old apartment layout, basically, how I remember it, which is pretty close. But yeah, say the bedroom was right here. Say this was the bed. It was a bit longer, but I cannot fit it in. The TV was right here. Actually, no, wait. I can actually fit the bed. It was basically this. Here I had my crib when I was little. A drawer for my mother's and father's stuff. A tiny hallway. And the TV was right here. I'm gonna continue the video with paint because I can explain much more with the other dream that I had here. Basically, the goblin was here. Say, goblin was this face, and the tiny puppy was this black dot. No, let's be more creative. This grayish dot. I was right here, just poor old me child, watching the goblin, which was with green. This looks like Shrek. I cannot draw with the mouse. Just stabbed the puppy, and the puppy was basically that. Basically, this happened to the dream, and I was 4 years old, 5 years old, and I still remember broad daylight. Like, it was really fucked up. Now, the other dream, it's a bit much more weirder. We don't need the goblin shit. Let's do. It started in the kitchen. There was the stable, the stove. I think you pretty get the image of the kitchen right here. Here was the phone that when you're in a block, you press a button down and it will redirect to the phone's apartment, basically. So you know that somebody has come to see you. My father went to this one. He went here. He answered it. I was right here, standing still, standing worried. Then, after 5 minutes, 3 minutes, you see the Grim Reaper. Wow, the Grim Reaper. I didn't even know how the Grim Reaper looked like when I was 5 years old. I never watched Billy and Mandy or any other show, but I basically knew that, oh my god, the Grim Reaper. Not new, but I knew that he was death, basically, because a skull. Oh my god. I knew what a skull was. I knew my biology back then. So, little me went to the kitchen, hid under the desk. The ghost came to the kitchen. I ran past it and was right here, watching him. Just watching. The Grim Reaper, we're gonna control him with red. He was right here, standing with his scythe, basically. He swung that scythe right in me, but before it hit me, I woke up. So let's just go back in time a bit, so I can draw you much better the scenario. Let's say little old me was this purple thing. Even though I liked green back then, it was my favorite color, I now like purple. I was much smaller, you get the idea. This is me. Let's do it with the eraser. We don't need the text. We don't need this. And then the Grim Reaper was right here, ready to strike me down with the scythe. Swung that scythe right in me, but I woke up just in time, basically. But this dream, how do I explain it? I still have this dream. This dream is one of the dreams that I cannot escape. I had it since I was 5 and still have it. I had it recently, like 5 days ago. And every single time where the scythe goes right in me, I feel it much closer to my neck. I don't know how that works. I'm freaked out. In school, we had a lesson about dreams. I asked my teacher, hey teacher, I had this dream and it happened this and that and that. The teacher was shocked. It was a religion, it was in the religion, what's called class. We do religion. And she was shocked. And she told me that this might be a sign of your life force. Basically, your life ticking. Basically, she told me that if one day that scythe finishes its swing, I might die in my dream. That's what the religion teacher told me, and I was freaked out because I was 13, and what the fuck do you want me to do when I was 13? And I'm still freaked out about that. I'm still wondering if that will happen, if I'm gonna die because of a dream. Damn, it's fucked up. But with spirits and such, I had also a different dream. I was 3 years old. I don't remember the dream, but I told my mother right as I woken up. You see, there was an incident at our old apartment building, basically, where a child had passed away, and it It was in the 4th floor. I was in the 5th, living. And I just went to sleep. And in the dream, a dog was under my bed. I was scared to look under my bed because I saw the eyes and there were a reddish eyes. But I saw the eyes. Pooped my pants a bit. And the dog bit me. I still have a mark on my hand. It's just a dot. And I don't know what it is because I had it since that day. And I think it's linked somehow, I don't know. But in the dream, the dog bit me and I ran to the kitchen with the dog biting my hand. He was stuck on my hand and I was running to the kitchen. Took out the knife and cut his head. Basically, let's just say here's the scenario. My hand, dog here. Say this is a dog, even though it's a T-Rex. I don't know how to draw a dog. Wait. Say this is the dog. This is the dog that was biting my hand. If you know what dog I'm drawing, click the like button. This was the dog, let's say, and it was biting my hand. Me with the bra face. Me that was like worried. Just took out the knife and just slashed his head. Basically just cutting his head off. Yeah, he had red eyes. Cutting his head off. And so on. I woken up and there was a pope. My mother talked with the pope that was there. And it said that the child spirit was trying to take another life because he didn't finish his own life and had other things to do and didn't want another child basically to live a life that he wanted. I don't know what the fuck was that, but that's what the Pope told my mother, and that's what she told me like 1 year ago when I found out. I found out this 1 year ago, and I was like, damn, what the fuck was I dreaming when I was a kid? Yeah, that was one of the dreams that I had, basically. Those were the 4 weirdest dreams that I had. I think the one with the Grim Reaper was the one that I still see it. Still dream about it. I'm a bit scared, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, that was the dreams part of my life. With all that said, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye bye. Alright, bye bye.